FC 25, better known as FIFA. Some hate it, some love it, some love to hate it. Me, I'm crazy enough to go for all 40 trophies you can get in the game. Come along with me as I tackle all these obstacles, a journey that will drive my patience to its very limits. By the end of it, I'm either going to be Europa League winning Ange or losing it all like regular season Spurs. We dive headfirst into EA's moneymaker, Ultimate Team, which sees the company easily earn over $1 billion every financial year. With my starter team, I opened my untradeable Origin Heroes pack, which was obtained through pre-ordering, and I packed Celia Sasic. Sasic is one of the best German footballers of her generation and is an absolute welcomed addition to the team. I then proceeded to burn through my 4,600 FC points. My first pack, I ended up packing FIFA legend Gabriel Jesus. I then wasn't prepared to pack the GOAT Antony. With my newly upgraded side, I created my own custom tactic, which unlocked Tactically Savvy. Jumping into our first game then unlocks equal footing for playing a game with both male and female players in a squad. The GOAT was on full display and ended up kicking a power shot, unlocking the corresponding trophy, which ended up being the sealer for my first match.
Antony.
Now to delve into the tactics. And for the purposes of FC 25, there's Ange Ball, which is focused on quick attacking football with a high line, all in order to smother and overwhelm the opposition's defense. And now there's Nor Ball, which unlocks Tactical Mastermind. Speaking of Ange, we are able to apply Ange Ball as a tactical preset, unlocking In the Gaffer We Trust. With the tactics now in place, I head into a match to try and get 2 trophies in one match. Antony helps with Bullseye for scoring a precision goal. Then Antony's form continues as I complete 25 precision passes, which unlocks Surgical Aim. Antony's performances sees him evolving as he reaches his final form. I then proceeded to complete 10 squad building challenges, which unlocks Squad Building Composer. I then proceeded to park the bus, which ended up turning me into Gandalf as I unlocked You Shall Not Score, for keeping 10 clean sheets. Taking a break from Ultimate Team, I enter into Clubs, which is where we witness the beauty of Amy Steak. Completing my first practice session sees me unlocking Make the Grade. After the training was completed, I hopped on with 2 of my mates in an attempt to win my first club's playoff match. In the 30th minute, we swing the ball out to the left wing. The scores are still level. Moving the ball into the middle enables the perfect through ball to Gav, who bangs it in for our first goal. This then opens the floodgates for an absolute gem of a game. With a 7-0 win, I unlock Walk the Walk for winning my first club playoff game. Our second game saw us going up 2-0 early on in the piece. The lead sadly dwindled away until scores were level. In overtime, it enabled our teamwork to shine as we kicked the walk-off goal. Our third game was the most tense, as it took until the 103rd minute mark before we were able to score our first goal for the game and the match winner. And in our final game for the night, once the halftime whistle was blown, we were able to capitalize on a woeful mistake, leading to me scoring the opener. This then enabled a team goal to shortly follow, as 12 scored an absolute screamer. Thankfully, we held on to the lead, enabling us to end the night with 4 straight wins. The next day, sadly, the opposition was switched on, and we were stuck in the mud. Despite trying our best, a break was going to be needed for clubs. Returning to Ultimate Team after the woes of clubs, I plugged in Trent, which gave me maximum chemistry and the trophy chemistry degree. I guess you can call me Heisenberg now.
You're goddamn right.
To put the icing on the cake, I then added the meme legend, Cole Palmer.
You know Chippy Chips?
Yeah. They have to be them chips. I don't get.
With this squad, I was able to burst onto the foot rival scene. In our next game, Jesus scores with an active playstyle plus, unlocking the corresponding trophy. In our third game, Cole Palmer started to take over.
One time just bang this in.
This then culminated to a free kick. This beauty of a strike thankfully unlocked Dead Ball Specialist. After getting promoted into Div 7, I required to assemble the greatest of squads to lead me into new horizons. There's no better way to start the squad than picking up one of the GOATs. Why stop there when we can add another GOAT?
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
With our squad complete, I decided to open a pack. Gary Lineker. Out of the 16 years of playing FIFA, he is only my second icon I've been able to pack. With this squad, I was able to dominate rivals, and at the end of the grind session, I unlocked Playoff Passport. To mark the occasion, we complete Player of the Month Cole Palmer.
What?
With my squad now officially complete for the third time, I thought I would finally give FC's newest game mode a try, in Rush. It's basically 5v5, reminiscent of PK's Kings League in Spain, or Ballers League in the UK. This replaced Volta from FC24, and for me personally, I'm enjoying it a lot more. After 10 matches, I unlocked Social Knockout. Me and the boys fire up clubs yet again, and we won our first league match, unlocking first of many. We then went on a bit of a winning streak, so much so that we were able to get promoted, unlocking We're Going Up.
What's he getting? What's he getting? This is the big question. What's he getting? That tastes like promotion!
Being promoted, I naturally needed to upgrade my drip, unlocking Shop Till You Drop. I then moved into the Miscellaneous Trophies, with the first being Football is Everything for playing a women's international match. Sadly, the Tillies weren't in FC25, but here's the legend herself, Sam Kerr. Next step was to start my very own career for Manchester United, leading them to a Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, as well as the Premier League, which saw me win Player of the Season. Sadly, I didn't unlock the Ballon d'Or, which is needed for the From Origins to Legacy trophy. I kid you not, in my second season and 7.5 hours into the career, I won the Champions League, which unlocked European Legend and European Glory. For my first 2 seasons in my Manchester career, I would kick 5 goals before simulating the rest of the game. Sadly, after 8 hours of playing, I still had no Ballon d'Or, with Mbappe winning it for the 2026 season. In response, I created a player to play in the Women's Bundesliga, as it had the smallest season in all of EAFC. After playing every single game possible in the league, and after another 3-hour playthrough, Hansen is announced as the Ballon d'Or winner. With no choice but to do another 3-hour session, we unlock the From Origins to Legacy trophy, as Eric Cantona announces that we are the Ballon d'Or winner. Finally. One last challenge to finish and play a career, and that is to finally get R9 to win the Champions League. After an 80-minute gaming session, we were right at the end of the Champions League final. At the conclusion, I unlocked Silverware Legacy. Now that the player career is over, we can finally get into Manager Career Mode. As a Career Mode fan in the past, I was excited to give it a go, especially with all the promised changes. In particular, the 5-a-side tournament using your youth team was a new feature, and winning the final against Brighton gave out rising talent. My scout from Brazil came back with his report, and signing a youth player to our academy unlocks Scouting Network. After that, I started a managerial career mode as Big Ange with Man City. Noting Spurs could potentially sack Ange, this isn't out of the blue if Pep hangs his hat. Ange assigns Vardiol onto a development plan which starts the process for him to be a false back. After 31 weeks of simulation, I unlocked Perfect Fit as it gave him a player role plus. That was the final piece to the puzzle, since that allows me to field a full 11 with everyone having roles plus. This unlocked Tactical Sync. Returning to clubs, but this time in rush mode. After completing a match, I unlocked That's One. And after about a 90-minute grind, I leveled up my club's rank to gold, unlocking Gold Rush. I then recruited my mates again to play a rush match, but this time as a club. Once the game booted in, I unlocked For the Club. We played roughly 6 to 8 hours in the club's rush game mode, but just playing to have fun. That is until Gav and I found ourselves invisible. This game was actually hilarious. We still have no idea how we ended up invisible, but it was definitely the most memorable game I have ever played. For the next trophy, I had to turn on competitive mode, and since I'm basically a pro gamer now, I get a quick win unlocking Bring It On. Penalties are next, and I had to win a shootout without missing. As I was playing as England, this enabled me to recreate the Euros.
Palmer, Bellingham, Saka, Tony, Trent, pressure. What pressure? Pressure is for Taggers. It's a different generation. They don't feel it. How confident were they? They had the belief. They somehow found the energy to get themselves into the semi-final.
Our reward is intuition and execution. For our final miscellaneous trophy, I unlocked Best of 5 after playing 5 with a friend in kickoff. After playing everything leading up to this moment, it slowly helped me building up my season XP bar, which once completed unlocked One Season Wonderful. My next job was to perform an old trick from EA FC 24, which included joining a rush club that had already finished as the champion of clubs in a playoff table, which typically means winning an insane amount of wins in a row. I then deleted the local save data, but as the servers are saved online, I was able to log back in and unlock Campions. The next trophy would be one of the worst I've ever tried going for. Top of the Pyramid requires you to reach Elite Division in clubs. However, you can't just join a club already in Elite Division, as you have to play and win the promotion match from Division 1 into Elite Division. I spent the next 2.5 hours with a group of gamers from the UK. What we ended up doing was joining a bunch of Division 1 clubs that were already public to boost one club in particular until it was ready to be promoted. After 2 hours of boosting, it was quickly approaching 2 AM for me, but the club was ready. It was no surprise that 5 of us that didn't have the trophy all joined in to try and win the match. We decided to try and search, but thought it would be hopeless as we were trying to match up with 2 legends who had already had the trophy. Surely the matchmaking gods wouldn't pair a 2v5. Shockingly, the matchmaking gods were in our favour and we were able to queue together. After a quick game of having some fun, Top of the Pyramid unlocks. I then joined an absolute legend who just unlocked Top of the Pyramid with me. He thankfully already had a player with 200 appearances with a player on Ultimate Team. After the match concludes, the myth, the legend unlocks, and naturally, Accolade Collector, which is the Platinum Trophy for FC 25. With the Platinum finally achieved, I have to say this was one of the worst Platinums I've ever gone for. The corresponding club trophies requires a difficult feat in friends, but not just a couple of friends. You need a decorated squad willing to tackle the mode. Without my fellow trophy hunters, I highly doubt I would have achieved this Platinum. But with all that said, have you platinumed EAFC before? Let me know down in the comments and I will see you all on the next one.